It's been more than 3.5 years since Honduran migrant Alex Garcia entered the Christchurch United Church of Christ in Maplewood to avoid deportation under sanctuary and prevent certain separation from his wife and 5 children. Garcia migrated from Honduras to get away from the violence and poverty that has driven thousands from their homeland. On a routine check-in with immigration, Garcia was issued an order of removal. President Biden has been in office for about a week, and Garcia, like many others in sanctuary around the country, are beginning to hope that this administration may help them receive the clemency they seek from deportation.
Entré en septiembre del 2017 y llevo más de 3 años y medio viviendo en la iglesia. Tengo esposa y 5 niños ciudadanos. Llevo casi 20 años en este país. Mi familia es mi hogar, Missouri es mi hogar. Agradezco las acciones del presidente Biden, que nos da mucho ánimo y esperanza. Necesitamos protección permanente para poder permanecer aquí con mi familia, sin la amenaza de deportación.
Often, people have a need and not a want to leave their birthplace, which is why so many risk life and limb to reach the United States. This new hope seemed impossible to imagine just 6 months ago. Trump's anti-immigration agenda was in full effect. The Garcia family has been through their fair share of emotions and bureaucracy to get to this point. Thousands of Hispanic families in St. Louis and indeed across the country are eager to learn what immigration enforcement will look like over the next 4 years. The future is not yet guaranteed, but since Biden took over, a flurry of executive orders has begun to reverse many of the policies that Trump has implemented against migrants. The return of DACA, stopping construction of a border wall, and allowing undocumented individuals to apply for temporary legal status with a track to citizenship over 8 years has boosted hope in the Sanctuary Collective and amongst undocumented migrants everywhere. Communities of faith have assisted the Garcia family through the last troubling years, firmly committing themselves to the human rights of these individuals and their families. Sarah John, with the Interfaith Committee for Latin America, has been a close supporter of the Garcia family. She shared some thoughts with MetroSTL.com about the apparent change in policy and what this means for people in sanctuary right now.
I certainly think there was a lot of hope and is a lot of hope and energy and excitement for what, not just the change in administration, but also changes that we saw in Congress, what that could mean for immigration law and immigration policy and immigration enforcement.
Sarah John cautions about being too enthusiastic about migration policy.
There's also a healthy dose of skepticism or disbelief or mistrust, right? And I think from communities, especially like Alex and his family, they know the patterns of deceit. And so there's some degree of insulation from that.
In Washington, Representative Joaquin Castro of Texas and Senator Edward Markey of Massachusetts, along with Senator Warren and a number of House members, presented a letter to President Biden urging relief and protections to families currently in sanctuary. Missouri's newly appointed Representative Cory Bush has added her name to the petition alongside 27 other congresspersons, urging swift action. With most of Biden's cabinet yet unconfirmed by Congress, it is uncertain how much longer Alex Garcia and others in his same situation may have to wait to step out into the world once again under the same freedom all Americans cherish. For MetroSTL.com, I'm James Klein.